I am so proud of our young musicians, but also of our music faculty who have persevered throughout the past few years, ensuring that music continues in the lives of our students and within our community. So I do want to thank Ms. Fitzpatrick, who's here this evening, Mr. Kay, and our Director of Music, Madame Gendron. Merci beaucoup. You're here to listen to the music, so I'm going to turn things over to our arts prefects, Jocelyn Emerson and Harry Lacave, who will introduce this evening. This is our Arts Week at Ashbury, and tomorrow evening the students have a student coffee house. More celebration, there'll be music, art, drama, everything performed tomorrow evening. So it's a great celebration, and we're delighted that you're able to join us. Bonne soirée à tous.
Good evening, family, friends, and musicians. My name is Jocelyn Emerson, and next to me is my wonderful co-prefect, Harry Lacave.
As your 2021-2022 Arts Prefects, we have been given the honor of being your MCs for this evening.
First and foremost, thank you to the four pianists who have welcomed us into this evening tonight, Singwan, Alex, Lecky, and Brianna. Let's give them a big round of applause.
As well, congratulations to Brianna, who has qualified for nationals at the Canadian Music Competition.
We are all here to celebrate, drumroll please, the first in-person music concert in 2 years. The music department has been waiting for so long to hear those words. Now that leads me to our first group, the Ashbury Combo, a group of students that have been very active in our school community, providing musical entertainment for various events such as International Day, Black History Month, Springfest, and much more. This group is self-led, choosing their own repertoire and organizing their own rehearsals all year. Tonight they will perform 2 selections, Plug in Baby by Muse and Roma Fade by Andrew Bird.
just there.
Piece Brian Balmage's Dreaming was inspired by watching his children sleeping and wondering about what their dreams might be. The piece features unusual clustered harmonies and solo work by Zoe Federick. Let's give it up for the string ensemble.
Stick disappeared. I was stealing your stick. Stick over there. See, it's all in the stick. It's magically perfect. You gotta make it to too much.
pieces for you this evening. A Little Bit of Sugar for the Band by Daryl McKenzie, featuring solos by Kasim Ebsen, Martin Torres, and a duet by Olivia Leung and Denali Tran Lee. Blue Moon by Richard Rogers and arranged by Victor Lopez, featuring Arian Biniman on vocals, and finally Jumpin' by Woodside Count Basie, arranged by Paul Cook, featuring solos by Kasim Ebsen, Olivia Leung, Vigo Dalby, Martin Torres, Sam Ross, and Sam Grant. Wow, COVID did a number on the music department, huh?
It sure did. But these students remained resilient all year and even performed for the Capital Region Music Fest, earning a gold rating and an invitation to nationals. And so they will be performing 2 selections for you this evening.
The first, Sun Chaser by Carol Burton Chambers. The term sun chaser can have various meanings. For example, in aviation, if a pilot heading west flies fast enough so that the sun does not move on the horizon, they are a sun chaser. The term can also mean chasing after something that's rather unattainable, or it can refer to someone who is quite unrealistic or inspirational. For the symphonic band is about following dreams and trying to reach lofty goals, which is what they have certainly achieved this year. Secondly, the piece entitled John Williams Trilogy features clips from soundtracks from 3 blockbuster films from the early 1980s and 90s. John Williams is a world-famous film score composer who has been composing for over 50 years and who has been nominated for 50 Academy Awards. To mark Williams' 90th birthday this year, the senior concert band will also play selections from some of his most memorable works.
In fact, we would like family and friends in the audience to join us in a little contest. This is available in the digital program that you would have scanned as you entered this concert today, or you can find it at bit.ly/Ashbury Music, but with the A and the N capitalized under Ashbury Music. Yeah? Ashbury Concert, not music. Ashbury Concert. So the person who can accurately and specifically name the most pieces, and perhaps in the correct order, will win a small prize at the end of the evening. The video clips will certainly give you some clues, but of course no looking online or asking any band students for any tips. You hear that, Mom and Dad? To lock in your guesses, please use the links in the program with the correct band name. So for example, if you are guessing pieces from symphonic band, choose symphonic band guess, or not senior concert. And same thing goes for senior concert. So there are 3 different pieces in symphonic band and 7 in the senior concert band, so good luck.
music is one of those things that teaches you almost everything that you need to succeed in life, no matter what career you go into, right? And this is just a small sampling of some of the things, and I don't think resilience is on there, but I think we talked about that a bit tonight already. But, you know, their flexibility, their leadership. We have some section leaders this year, and I wanted to congratulate them as well for their hard work, you know, taking the lead and helping to set things up, making sure their section has the music they need. If they need some help, sometimes they run their own sectionals. They'll meet at lunch and say, okay, let's go over this piece for a minute, right, and see if we can work this. So anybody who's a section leader, symphonic band and senior concert band, can you either stand or give a wave? And if we can thank them for their hard work this year. Yes, much deserved. But as you can see on here, you know, the immense amount of teamwork and social interaction, but also I always tell the students how much they're multitasking when they're playing. Not only are they trying to, you know, work the kinesthetic part of how to play an instrument, but you know, how to blend and listen, and how to know when to go back a bit and when to let somebody else shine, and how to share that respectfully and make it work within a piece. So many of those things, and I think these students before you are better people because of it, and because they played in a large ensemble. So having said that, we have a special guest here tonight. She graduated in 2020, which was a tough year to graduate in. Rashmi, is Rashmi here? Oh, there she is. And I invite, almost every year I invite a student to come and speak about, you know, what music gave them in high school, and maybe if they're still continuing in some capacity, how it's a value for them in their life. So come on down, Rashmi. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I don't have much I'm not going to waste too much of your time, but I just wanted to thank, I wanted to thank you for inviting me to come here and talk. I want to talk about how much Ashbury Music Program has helped me. I don't do music anymore, but it has helped me grow as a person. And I wanted to say, before I moved here in 2016 for grade 9, and I didn't know how to play any band instruments. I only know how to play the piano and the violin, which aren't typical band instruments. So I had to learn how to play the alto saxophone really on my own. I had to teach myself how to play, and in a couple months. So I really didn't know what I was doing. And when I came to Ottawa, I got so much help, so much support from Miss G and from Madame Gendron and from Ashbury Music Program, and from everyone that I knew, all of my peers, all of my people that I was playing with, everybody. And it has helped me so much in so many ways. A music class was like an escape, especially the last 2 years of high school. It was I needed a break from all of that. And it was just amazing to spend those, like an hour, just over an hour even, of playing music with my friends, which it sounds really small and like not a big deal, but when you deal with all of what's going on in IB and all of high school, that little time to just relax and not think about all of that, it really helps. And when I decided to do IB music, I didn't know if it was a good idea, but there were many ups and downs. But overall, you know, I was able to understand. The amount of musical analysis that was in that course was more than I'd ever experienced in my entire time doing music. But it made me appreciate all of the intricacies of music. And as well, it gave me I learned patience, for sure, and resilience, and because it tests you, that's for sure. But it's so worth it. For anyone who's considering it, it's amazing. It really does help. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. But I just wanted to thank everyone. Thank you, Mr. Southward. I want to thank Ashbury, and especially you, D for everything. Yes.
Thank you, Rashmi. And I think Miss Goodall is here. Janet Goodall just has a few words from the parent perspective.
Hi. Yes, I'm a parent of two senior students whose names I cannot mention because they're too embarrassed. But they are, one of them is still in music and one did that and not continue on. But anyway, I won't even look his way. So, I'm speaking as a parent this evening, a parent of two boys who have had music throughout their lives, something that my husband and I really encouraged. My husband always says, you can tell the quality of the school through the size of its arts program. If the music program is good, a parent can rest assured that the physics program is also top-notch. So music offers something different, and a lot of these are listed above. I don't need to repeat them necessarily, but they offer something that's different from traditional subjects. Sure, music teaches you math connections, which wasn't my first connection. Hey, kids, you're going to learn math. We're going to do music, we're going to do piano. But it also teaches you a lot of different things. How to think differently, how to communicate differently, how to engage with others in a way that you're going to produce something collectively. Not only are kids learning to create for creative expression, but they're learning the ability to read and speak another language, and that language is music. They listen closely and collaborate in a whole different way. And hopefully they'll take this throughout their life. You don't hear many stories of 42-year-olds, or even people my age, who are hanging out, getting together with their buddies to practice calculus. But they might be getting together to jam, to do some music. So I really hope that music in high school offers you that lifelong gift. And on a personal note, so just as me, I'm not just even a parent, like many of us from our generation, the music program was different than it is now. So things like, it wasn't as robust. So I would have learned the triangle, or the xylophone, which I thought was amazing, but that was sort of as far as it went. That said, I took part in the music festivals, I played the recorder, I sang in music festivals with my grade school, and I never was asked to do any solos. I was never asked to accompany on the piano, but that didn't matter. What mattered was the connection I had with the people that I was spending the time with. And recently, I've joined a choir, and I really don't have any business being in this choir. I'm not sure how I made it past the audition, but I'm in this choir. And I experienced such joy as we work together to create something beautiful together. I may not be adding as much of that said beauty, however, I am contributing in some way, and for me it's a wonderful experience. And the end result of us spending time together seems to create something that is, greater than the sum of our parts. So I am contributing in some way, and I'm grateful and joyful that music introduction in school, back in the days of the triangle and the choir, have carried through and returned to different points in my life. And I only wish the same joy that music brings to all of our children as they continue their lives through high school and into their undoubtedly busy and successful lives. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think that brings us to the next slide. Tonight doesn't happen without a lot of help, and I'll just let you read some of this, but the leadership team, always very supportive. Mr. K tonight, Maddie Fitzpatrick back there, and designed this wonderful program as well. Mr. Sikorsky from the junior school is helping us fill out somebody who couldn't be here tonight, so he's going to do some playing for us, thank you. Our kitchen staff, operations, our IT staff, we have some students helping out. We have, I think that's Kedin up there videotaping tonight, and of course Jocelyn and Harry, and all of the students who have been helping out this evening. And of course the guild who put on that lovely, the decorations and the food that we enjoyed. So can we give a round of applause for everybody, please? Okay, I think it's time to play some music. music. We're going to play with our senior band comprised of 11s and 12s, with a few little additions filling in some holes with some of our grade 10s. Thank you, grade 10s. So our first piece is called In Joyous Flight, and it's inspired by a butterfly release. It tries to capture butterflies in flight, a flurry of butterflies, some moving faster than others, some landing in places. It captures their nimbleness and their unexpected flight paths. I chose this piece for two reasons. It's a bit of a challenge. For some of, you'll hear some of the lines are very fast and technical, and it showcases some of our grade 12 students, you'll hear in a moment. You know, another reason was, you know, every student on the stage worked so diligently, and you know, I just wanted to give them the chance, you know, for, like I said, for these solo opportunities. And, you know, flight, butterflies, our grade 12s will be flying away, leaving the nest, so to speak. And so that kind of came into my mind when I was thinking about choosing this piece. So you're going to hear some solos by Emily, Jocelyn, Leopold, Owen, Grace, Ella, Daria. I hope I didn't forget anybody. And thanks for everybody, all the grade 10s who are filling in. So here's In Joyous Flight. so we're going to have our percussion just get set up for the next piece, and I will introduce that for you. So another John Williams compilation, and here's where you can enter the contest again if you'd like in your programs. This is going to feature 7 themes from John Williams' music of film, although some of them are special events and not necessarily a movie, over the last 50 years. Okay, so those of you participating in the contest, you would have done 3 already for the other band. There's another 7 to go. And this one features a trumpet solo by Ella Wilson and a flute solo by Emily Leha. We hope you enjoy it. I'm going to ask Miss Fitz, if she's back there, to play our slideshow. And everybody in the band, if you can have a look behind you, and we're going to have a look at all our grade 12s who are will no longer be with us next year, and on and off to new and exciting things. So here we go. And I should mention, the music you're hearing is an original composition by grade 11 student Grace Cooper. Embarrass the grade 12s a little bit, and if you can kind of sneak out grade 12s and maybe stand kind of in the front here, in the front here, we have something to present you. Okay, so grade 12, sneak out either with your or without your instrument, it doesn't matter. But just you can kind of line up in front, and Mr. K is going to help us out. What we're presenting them with is an Ashbury music pin with their graduating year on it. So we're going to pass that out, and as Ms. Fitz and Mr. K are doing that, I just wanted to tell the grade 12s, I hope you can keep this pin, and it'll remind you of some pretty amazing times we've had in the music room. We've had a lot of laughs. We've talked also a lot about serious things and really fun things, and I know every day that I teach, it's a joy for me to walk in the room and see their smiling faces. And with the masks on, it was really tough. and a few weeks ago when we were allowed to take them off, I teared up a bit because I really missed their smiles. Anyway, so it's really nice to see them smiling again. And I hope when you have this pin somewhere in your room or your dorm or wherever you're going next year, I hope you think about the good times and the laughs we had, but also the beauty that you created. And the meaning that you brought to every ceremony you played at Ashbury through the years. And, oh gosh, look at you. I just really appreciate, especially, these people went through a really tough time in the pandemic, and they stuck through. They could have easily said, Miss G, this is no fun anymore. I don't want to do it anymore, it's not the same. But they persevered, and they kept doing it, and here we are. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart, grade 12. Sam Leopold kind of come up front here. These brave souls signed up for IB Music, and it was a new curriculum this year, and they were very patient and very persistent, and just, it really amazed me what they could put together. So I'm really, really proud of these guys, that they got through this very tough, and Rashmi said earlier how, I think she told me once that IB Music was the hardest IB course she's ever taken. Even harder than physics and I. So the amount of work that goes into it and the independent time and creativity, I think these guys deserve a medal, don't you think? congratulations, grade 12s. Oh. Leopold and I have a joke thing. Anyway, so thank you very much. We are going to miss you, grade 12s, and hopefully everyone behind them, you've been inspired by some of these young men and women before you. So thank you very much. One more round of applause for our 12s.
Before we play, the grade 12s got together. We made a card and got you a bouquet. Because you deserve it, Miss G. Oh, no, that's fair. Sorry. You're awesome.
We're off to our last two pieces of the evening. And, you know, we're all emotional right now. And so this kind of is a nice segue into the piece we are playing. It's called Prayer for Ukraine. And it's an arrangement by a Canadian choral director, adapted for band. But this woman grew up singing this hymn in her Ukrainian Orthodox church. It's typically sung at the end of the church service. It is so well known in Ukraine that it has become the unofficial hymn of Ukraine. And I just wanted to mention, you know, as we play this evening, we're praying for families affected by the war. But I think maybe some of the most recent events in the US, maybe we're also praying a little bit for that. So I'm going to ask Sasha to come forward. She's one of our boarders, and she is from Ukraine, and she has generously agreed to recite the lyrics of this hymn before we play.
Oh, great God eternal, protect our beloved Ukraine. Freedom and light of wisdom you shed upon her. Enlighten us with learning and knowledge. Us, your children, inspire. Us, your children, inspire to our beloved nation. I'm sorry. Oh, great God eternal. Oh, great God eternal, protect our beloved Ukraine. Oh, great God eternal, protect our beloved Ukraine.
come to our last tune of the evening. Because it's been such an incredible year. Kieran? We're going to finish off, in keeping with our movie theme, a piece called The Incredibles. You probably have heard of the movie. I think the first one was in 2004, and there was a sequel made just a few years ago. So we hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for coming this evening.